Let's talk about fandoms and communities. Now, to point off first of all, there is nothing really wrong about being part of a fandom or a community. I personally find it as a great way to get together to talk about a certain game or a movie that you like, or just something in general that you like altogether. However, we can all agree that there's definitely some fandoms and communities that are definitely on the latter end of the spectrum. So if you think I'm going to be nice to your precious little community, then you can fuck right off! Alright, let's talk about the big one, weebs. I think everyone knows why everyone hates weebs. It's because they're strange Japanese lovers. But yeah, jokes aside, there's nothing really wrong with people that are weebs. It's just most people that are weebs are just edgy people that want to try and be a protagonist of life, even though they're just a generic dude from America who's probably sat behind their screen 24/7. And if you're gonna try and ask me out in DMs while having a Genshin Impact PFP, then you can fuck right off. To put it bluntly, Osu is literally like Ingsoc. People know that there's something wrong going on about it, but if you speak up about it, then you'll be sent to the Discord Shadow Realm. There's nothing else really to say about Osu gamers. They're basically just weebs, but worse. And not gonna lie, I preferably do not want to smash my keyboard to pieces. This isn't really a personal one, however I know 2Mad is involved with this, so I probably should speak up about it, shouldn't I? Most K-pop fans are usually just Koreans, however the American side of things is just incredibly cringe. They're the kind of people to cancel you over saying that Jungkook looks like a generic teenage model. Moving away from the anime and sub-anime things, this isn't really a personal one, but I know some people really do associate with this, so I might as well speak out for them. Train spotting can be a satisfying thing, not that I delve deep into it, because of course I don't train spot, nor do I give a shit about trains. However, a person that I know told me about this thing called Train Face, which is basically Thomas the Tank Engine, but on mass amounts of ketamine, so I don't really want to delve deep into that. That's probably reserved for the 12-year-olds that's stuck in Canada, Montreal. Ah yes, now here's something that I somewhat give a shit about. Motorsports! There is three kinds of people when it comes to motorsport fans. There's NASCAR fans, Formula 1 fans, and then the people that just watch motorsports for the sake of watching motorsports. I think you can guess which one I am. However, I point out this specific topic because the people that associate themselves with motorsports are usually just really dumb. And you know how much I hate stupid people! What I mean by this is that they always ask the most blatantly obvious questions even though it's happening directly in their face, but they can't be bothered to watch because they're busy shouting that Lewis Hamilton is the best driver since sliced bread. Also, if you say that the Schumacher family record is going down the drain, then you're basically just leaving yourself to get doxed by them, aren't you? Ah yes, the computer nerds. The ones that keep incessantly telling you to download Arch Linux for 64-bit processing. The ones that shit on you for having 32 terabytes of RAM instead of 64 terabytes of RAM. The ones that shit on you for using a Mac. If we're being for real, most of the computer nerds are either 14-year-olds that don't have a clue on what they're saying or just furries that have nothing better to do in their lives. And yes, this is also personal, cause how could you tell? So anyway, to conclude, every single fandom or community always has something wrong with them, don't they? They can't resist the temptation to do something incredibly illegal that only America allows them to do. But only if you don't touch their Pentagon documents, because we don't want to expose to the public that they're just factory workers. But once again, I digress. But anyways, the point is, fandoms and communities are supposed to be a place where everyone gets together and agrees on their own communities and what they should do and what they shouldn't do. Instead, what it is a clusterfuck of arguments and stupid people rambling about who is the best, even though it's completely subjective. And it doesn't help that Twitter exists either. So anyways, if you agree with the stuff that I said, you can put it down in the comments. You can put it down in the comments, I guess. Anyway, community bad when it should be good. Anyway, goodbye.